Hi, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Another fun and exciting day. Well, summer is getting here pretty quick. I know we have just a little over 21 days left. But, oh well. My blood sugar this morning is 13.4, which is a good amount of. It's not as high as it has been. It's not a good amount of anything. But 13.4. It's not high enough for me yet to give my correction. So, positives. I want to discuss what people call diabetic grieving. And what that is people really feeling why me? Why did this always happen to me? But in fact, do we sit there and grieve all day? Oh, that I have red hair, or that I have brown hair. I wish I had blonde hair. Oh, if I had blonde hair, things would just be so perfect. Well, true. Here with that, we're talking about things you can change. Your diabetes, you can't change the fact that you have been diagnosed. You can't go out drinking all night. You could go out, have a drink with friends, but you can't keep drinking beers and get that totally wasted, man. Just totally wasted. It's not a good step. So grieving allows the diabetic to, okay, I don't know why this happened to me, but if it stays on too long, you might need to go and get some help. You may need to go see a psychologist, a social worker, and carry on. Now, people always seem to think that, well, just take your shots and everything will be fine. Well, if you go out drinking too much, come home, your blood sugars are going to skyrocket, but then they can come crashing down. Remember, I'm not a doctor, so check things out with your doctor. He or she's probably the first step in finding out if you need help with your diabetes. And don't be embarrassed. Another step, which I kind of have always grouped with the grieving that you have diabetes, is sort of like telling your doctor, oh well, yes, I'm following everything you say. Yes, I'm doing this. When in reality, you're not. And your doctor really knows this. So if you're having a problem in an area, discuss it with them. That's what they're there for. Now, you could feel guilty. Did I eat too much sugar? No, it's not because you ate too much sugar. I can remember in grade 9, I took a cooking class. And in that class was a guy, and he said, well, you got diabetes because you ate too much sugar. And I just finally had to get the teacher involved and say, do you mind telling him that it's not because of that? But for me, I never really suffered, from having, I didn't grieve the fact that I had diabetes. In fact, minus a few little bumps on the road and that, I've always felt that it was a blessing. Because if we didn't start controlling my blood sugar, I probably wouldn't have been as tall. I went from being the pudgy kid to losing quite a bit of weight and feeling better. Because I remember the summer beforehand, I had always loved when we went up to the cottage. I could go and swim. We'd swim across the lake to a diving area. If any of you know Cultus Lake, you know what part I'm talking about. And it just was great. And that last summer, I just didn't want to do anything. I sat outside looking at magazines in the shade. And back then it was a big thing. Oh yeah, you can lay outside and you can relax. So it was night and day for me. Now, I also tell of a story of a roommate I had in the hospital in my early 20s, where they thought, well, we'll put the old diabetic in with the new diabetic and he could help. Well, this guy was feeling so down on the weather. And to this day, I wonder, whatever came out of him. But he wanted the room totally dark all the time. And when his diabetic doctor came in, he'd flip on the lights and say, well, you've got to get out of this funk. And then he'd leave and all the lights went out again. He wanted the drapes closed. And it was just sort of real depressing. And I keep thinking, he's got to snap out of this soon. You can't sort of go through living your diabetes life like that. It simply can't be done. But yet, people did do this, and people live with it. They need to really talk to someone. It could be just a friend. Sorry. Decide to get out and say, nothing you did caused this. It's something that set off your body to attack itself. Sorry, I have a zit or an itch or something right there that's pain. But for me, it was always a blessing. And the only really negative point I had with my diabetes, itchy again, was when in high school, grade 9, I was having problems with the blood sugars and ended up back in the hospital to be recalibrated. And because we were all on the sliding scale, or not sliding scale, but checking why things happened, I forget where we were, but Oh, yes. The one negative was I failed English. I wasn't strong in English anyway. Mr. Peterson. I remember Mr. Peterson. He was one of those, if you didn't cross your T's horizontally perfect, you misspelled the word. So, I think I had an ingrown hair. I think that's it's feeling better now. So, if you have diabetes and you find that you're not handling it well or you're having issues, speak with your doctor. He or she can probably get you to see a social worker, a psychologist, and really learn how to get better control and how you can live with diabetes. Remember, if you let yourself go on the topic that, oh, I can't handle this, oh, but why me, oh, you're letting diabetes control you. You control diabetes. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.